Cancer, how are you guys doing? It's time for your weekly check-in. Let's see what's happening with you guys for the first week of July. July, week 1. Again, happy birthday to my Cancer family. Love Cancer season, dude. Love it. Very, very warm and fuzzy. You know, it's a very warm, fuzzy way to start the next cycle. I love it, man. So, remember, weekly check-ins are just a short, sweet, quick, general, energetic overview. For those of you in need of a personal reading, you can find all the information on how to go about doing that in the description of this video. Remember, y'all, I'm doing something new now. Doing something new that I've never done before, general personal readings. And the positive feedback I've gotten on these have blown me away. I just cannot believe. I knew a few people would like it, but I have gotten the most explosive positive response. 99. I've only had one complaint. I've done a bunch of them since I started doing this. One complaint is all I've had. So, yeah, apparently people are liking these, and it's kind of making me feel like I should have been doing this all along, you know? Anyway, though, general personal readings, basically, if you want a reading but you don't know what to ask, you don't know what to say, just pick a topic on my website and I'll do the rest. Love or career. So, yeah, but, you know, the information for everything else I have to offer, social media, everything is all in the description, okay? All right, let's jump into this. Let's see what's happening with your situation and the person you're dealing with. First week of July. How's the energy looking for Cancer's situation and the person they're dealing with in the first week of July, universe? How's it looking? Page of coins. Ace of Swords reversed. So I think this person's been trying to get your attention, but they don't really know exactly how to approach you. They don't know how to start a conversation with you. They don't know how to break the ice with you. So they've been doing things to try to get your attention. Man, wow, okay. Man, it kind of feels like y'all about to be reconnecting. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, with the Ace of Swords reverse being the overall energy, that's the biggest monkey wrench in this whole thing. If that wasn't there, I would say y'all definitely about to come together. Definitely. But with the Ace of Swords reverse, that kind of... I'm going to have to pull an outcome spread on this later. But, yeah, person's trying to get your attention, acting as if they don't care, you know. And it's, man, I got Page of Cups Lovers card down here. I'm going to have to see what's in their intentions. Maybe this is just their intentions. They're trying to get you to come forward with a love offer, you know? It's hard to say with that Ace of Swords reverse. That's one hell of a monkey wrench, dude. It's not been like, this person may look like they're happy and having a good old time and floating on cloud 9. It's been a very rough, difficult transition. Like, they have not been having a very good time transitioning from this. I think y'all are going to be talking. I think communication's happening. I do. We have Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and Page of Swords all in the same spread. But then again, look at this. Is it you? Is it you? Are you the one reaching out? That has to be what it is. Because with the Hangman and the Ace of Swords reversed, I don't really think they're the ones reaching out. Kind of feels like they're doing things to try to get a response out of you, and it, from the looks of it, it might work. I don't know. Death card reversed. Kind of feeling like y'all about to be reconnecting. The events are unfolding that will lead to a reconnection. Let me see what this person's true feelings, energies, and intentions are. Person Cancer's dealing with. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? See, I told you. Told you. They're a lot more bothered by this than you know. Don't feel singled out. You have no idea how many times this message comes through when I'm doing these readings. Very common. Very common. You're not the only one dealing with a situation like this, trust me. Emperor, but see, they want to appear as though they got it all together. They've been giving you the silent treatment. So they've been keeping a real close eye on you too. Real close eye on you. So this bothers me, dude. Devil card. I feel like they've been obsessively keeping an eye on you. Now, for those of you who dealt with somebody that had some sort of addiction, drug addiction, alcoholism, sex addiction, gambling addiction, porno addiction, whatever. I know that's not all of you, but if you did deal with somebody that was dealing with a situation like that, if you're wondering if they're getting clean or whatever, no. No. But see, this is what bothers me. The Emperor, the Moon card, and the Four of Pentacles. That means that they're staying closed off. They're not opening up and being vulnerable and authentic, you know, and they're just being fake, basically. Being fake. Not really letting you in on what's really going on deep down inside. So, let's see the outcome of this situation. Let's see what the outcome looks like. What's the outcome? What's the outcome? Boom, boom. Hangman, you might not be so quick to jump into this head first. Okay. I'm not going to lie, I was kind of doubting you there for a minute, Cancer. I was. Maybe not. Maybe you've learned a thing or two with this person. Maybe. Yeah, the Hermit. Okay. King of Wands reverse. Yeah, Queen of Swords. So you ain't letting your feelings make no stupid decisions for you. See, you're swimming to the surface and popping your head above the surface so you can make sure that you get air so you can think clearly with the Queen of Swords. So, yeah, you're approaching this situation with logic, reason, not emotion. And that's a big thing when a water sign does that. That's a really big thing. Just like it's a really big thing when an air sign dives deep into the bottom of the emotional waters, you know? Same thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I think you're not really going to give this person the response that they're looking for. Not really. The two of you may be reconnecting, but you're not letting your feelings pull you around willy-nilly like that. You're approaching this situation with logic, reason. You know, you're not letting this person pull the wool over your eyes. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, so it doesn't really look like it's taken liftoff very quickly. If anything, the two of you may come together, but you're putting the brakes on this situation until you can figure out what is the dealio Emilio. Let's get the advice. What's the advice for Cancer? What's the advice? What's the advice? Does Cancer need any advice for this situation? Moon card reversed. Ten of Cups reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. Okay, so feel this shit out, dude. High Priestess. Feel this shit out. Pay attention to your intuition. So if you feel undoubtedly like there's anything going on other than what you're seeing and hearing, that's cool. Like if you feel like this person's hiding something, express your concerns and let that be known. If you feel like there's more going on beneath the surface than what you're seeing and hearing, let that be known. Give this person every chance in the world to open up and be authentic and vulnerable and honest and transparent, you know? And I mean, honestly, you know, you do have a little bit of a responsibility with this too. It's not all on you, but, and this is for everybody. I don't care who you are, don't care what your sign is, don't care why you're watching this video. If you want someone to open up to you, you have a responsibility. It's not all on you, but you have a responsibility. It is your responsibility to express your concerns and just generally make sure that you're approaching this person like a calm, cool, respectable adult. You can't express your concerns with a nasty, shitty attitude, you know, aggressive, combative. That ain't gonna do nothing but cause a fight. And one thing you see happen all the time is in a relationship, one person is concerned about something, and rather than bringing their concerns to the table like a respectable adult, they come to the table like a bratty, bitchy, shitty toddler, you know, aggressive and angry and combative. And then it starts this big old fight, and then they blame the other person. No, you played a part in that too. You played a part in that too. You can't attack someone and then belittle them for defending themselves, you know? Not saying you're gonna do that. I'm just putting it, I don't care who you are. Don't care what your sign is. This is something important that needs to be understood in a relationship. Because if we want to fix the problem, we can't be doing anything that's going to stir up any kind of drama or negativity. So, being that you do all that, and they're still just not really opening up, they're not being transparent, they're just not being real with you, then that's when you back away and step away. So, all right, let's see what's coming in for the singles in the first week of July. What's coming in for the single Cancerians for the first week of July? What's coming in for the singles? Eight of Wands reversed. Two more shuffles, two more. Hermit reversed. Ooh, Knight of Cups. Okay. So, oh shit. Oh. So remember, the first spread is not the end-all be-all gospel of truth. It's a general energetic overview, mainly from your perspective. So, I do see a person trying to make their way into your life. And it almost looks like they're coming in, almost, I would say, love bombing. You know, like a little too hard, a little too, just too much, you know. And something about this person kind of triggers your defenses, you know, plays with your spidey senses. And it just really, really, really seems like this person doesn't have the greatest intentions in the world. And this is telling me it could end up leading to a messy situation that just creates a bunch of karma. So, yeah. I don't know. It's kind of looking so... I mean, this isn't their energy and intentions, but we do have the King of Cups here. So I am wondering if this person really does have feelings for you. Maybe they're saying something. Let me just see what their energy and intentions are. Could be an Aquarius for some of you. Also have Virgo, Libra. Let's see their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. Next person coming in for Cancer. What's their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Justice again. A lot of Libra energy coming through here. King of Cups again. I do think they have genuine feelings for you. I think so. I do think so, but see, every time, dude. Every time. They're heartbroken. More than likely fresh out of a relationship. Doesn't have to be fresh, but most of the time when this comes through in a new connection, it's usually fresh, like within the last month, 2 months max. And they haven't done a shred of healing. They got their heart broke, and they're just trying to find a new relationship while they're brokenhearted, fill a void, distract themselves, whatever the case may be. They don't have bad intentions. The problem is when you still, first of all, when you still have somebody's energy all over you like that, and you still have any kind of feelings towards somebody else, and their energy is still weighing on you heavy like that, whoever you deal with, if they're even the slightest bit intuitive, they're going to pick up on that. They're going to pick up on that. And when you're not in the vibrational state to form a genuine connection with somebody, first off. Second off, you have a really strong energetic connection with somebody else, and you connect with a new person, that person doesn't have to be very intuitive at all to pick up on the fact that something's off here. You know, and most people are going to jump to the worst case scenario and assume that you just playing games with them. That, you know, there's somebody else in the picture and you ain't being all the way real and upfront. Not that it's wrong to assume that. You know, that's a very fair conclusion to jump to. But I don't think it changes the fact that even though this person means well in their own mind, they're not really at the place emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, energetically, or vibrationally to be laying a solid foundation with anyone, you know? So, very defensive, still got a lot of triggers, PTSDs from things that have happened to them in the past, haven't done a shred of healing. So, let's get the advice. What's the advice? What's the advice for Cancer? What's the advice when the next person comes in for Cancer, universe? King of Cups again for the third time in a row. Temperance reversed. So this, damn, man. So, okay. One thing I see a lot of, and a lot, when I say a lot, I see a lot of this. One of the leading causes of relationships turning toxic is that you see that they have good intentions. So based on their intentions and the potential and what they could be, you'll excuse their shitty behavior. Now, that's all up for debate and speculation. Matter of fact, that's the reason why I'm so big on reading people's intentions. Because that's 100% up to you. That is completely opinion-based. That is 100% idiosyncratic. There's no right or wrong behind whether or not you should excuse somebody's actions. That's why I read intentions, to give you the choice to make the most educated decision possible behind whether or not you want to excuse shitty behavior. That's 100% up to you. So, like, you know, there's some things that if I know your intentions, I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide because I know what your intentions were. There's other things where it's like, no, fuck your intentions. You crossed the line. No, you crossed the line. It's a deal breaker. I don't care how you meant it. I don't care what you thought. You crossed the fucking line. So where do you draw that line? That's totally personal and up to you. With a situation like this, what I will say to try to meet in the middle there is that this person does have good intentions in their own heart. They do. They do. But I would recommend, if you give this person an inch and they take a mile, don't put up with too much of that shit. You let it be known. You know, you lay your boundaries on the table. Be willing to work with them, you know, and what you want to look for is effort. Okay. What you want to look for is effort. So here's one thing that you can do. Like, if you're curious about somebody's feelings and intentions towards you, try this. Express some sort of concern that you have. Again, like a calm, cool, collected, respectable adult. That is so important. Express one of your concerns and see how they respond to it. Now, realistically, we're not expecting this person to flip a switch and change into the idealized version in your head of who you think they should be overnight. That's unrealistic. What we're looking for is effort. We're looking for effort. Are they even putting forth the slightest bit of effort to try to alleviate your concerns? The slightest bit. Are they even trying? Are they even trying to do anything to prevent you from feeling that way? If they're just putting forth the slightest bit of effort, that means they care how you feel. But if they just completely ignore you, let it roll in one ear and out the other, don't pay no attention, or especially if they try to belittle you for it and make you feel stupid for feeling that way, that means I don't give a shit how you feel. Your feelings mean nothing to me. So, yeah, I would try that. Look for some effort. If you can see some effort in this person, then you got a little bit of hope. So, yeah, but draw the line somewhere. You know, good intentions or not. Good intentions don't always equal good actions. Bad intentions don't always equal bad actions. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, y'all, I feel like those were the messages that my Cancerian family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is in the description. And don't forget, I'm doing something new now, y'all. Something new that's unlike anything I've ever done before. Now on my website, I am offering general personal readings. The positive response that I've been getting from this over the last few days is off the charts. I didn't expect anywhere near the positive response that I've gotten. It's blown me away. So again, if you want to get a reading, but you don't know what to ask, you don't have any questions, you don't know what to say, I got you. Just go to my website and pick a topic. Pick a topic with love or career or both or whatever, and I'll do the rest. I'll take care of the rest. And again, it's very budget friendly. I think that's another thing people like, is that it's very budget friendly. But this is going to be on my website from now on. It's not one of these things where it's a little limited time thing. You know, sometimes I'll do something special for a week or for a month. No, this is permanent. This is going to be on my website from now on, okay? So, all right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.